Have you ever had one of those moments when life changes overnight? One phone call, one doctor's report, one unexpected goodbye, and suddenly the future you imagined disappears. You stare at the ceiling at 2 a.m. asking questions nobody seems able to answer. Why me? Why now? And where is God in all of this? If you've ever felt that way, you're not alone. Millions of people are carrying silent battles. Some are struggling financially. Some are fighting anxiety. Some are trying to save their marriage. Some are grieving someone they loved. And some are smiling on the outside while falling apart on the inside. The truth is, life can be hard. It can be unfair. And sometimes it can break your heart. But here's the good news. Your brokenness is not the end of your story. Because even when life falls apart, God is still in control. The Bible tells us that God's plans are greater than our plans. That doesn't mean life will always make sense. It doesn't mean we won't cry. It doesn't mean we won't experience pain. But it does mean that our pain has a purpose. Think about Joseph. He was betrayed by his own brothers, sold as a slave, thrown into prison for something he didn't do. Year after year, his life seemed to go from bad to worse. Can you imagine how many nights Joseph must have asked, "God, where are you?" But years later, Joseph understood something incredible. God wasn't absent. God was preparing him. The prison was preparation. The pain was preparation. The waiting was preparation. And maybe that's exactly what God is doing in your life right now. Maybe the delay isn't denial. Maybe the closed door is protection. Maybe the heartbreak is leading you toward healing. Because God sees the entire picture while we only see one chapter. I know it's difficult to trust when life hurts. I know it's hard to believe when prayers seem unanswered. But faith isn't believing that life will be easy. Faith is believing that God will be with you no matter what. The storm may be strong, but God is stronger. Your fear may be loud, but God's promises are louder. And your circumstances may change, but God's love never changes. Some of you listening today feel exhausted. You've been trying to stay strong, trying to hold everything together, trying to keep smiling. But secretly, you're tired. You feel like giving up. If that's you, hear this. God is not disappointed in your weakness. He doesn't expect you to have all the answers. He simply asks you to trust Him one day at a time. You don't have to know what next year looks like. You don't even have to know what next month looks like. Just take the next step, and then the next. Because faith grows one step at a time. Remember Peter walking on water. As long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he did the impossible. But the moment he focused on the storm, fear took over. How often do we do the same? We focus on bills. We focus on bad news. We focus on our failures. And we forget to focus on the one who controls the waves. The storms of life are real, but so is God's power. And God has never lost control, not once. He didn't lose control when David faced Goliath. He didn't lose control when Daniel entered the lion's den. He didn't lose control when Jesus carried the cross. And He hasn't lost control of your life either. Your story isn't finished. Your best days are not behind you. There is still hope. There is still purpose. There is still a future waiting for you. One day you'll look back on this difficult season and realize that the moments you thought would destroy you were actually the moments God used to strengthen you. So don't give up. Don't let fear write your story. Don't let disappointment steal your faith. Keep praying, keep trusting, keep believing. Because God is working even when you can't see it. He is making a way, even when you don't understand it. And He is holding you, even when you feel like you're falling apart. Life may be uncertain, but God is faithful, yesterday, today, and forever. So hold on. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. God is still in control, and He always will be. Amen.